On Skull Island, the last king stands as guardian of a fragile paradise. A titan feared by the world, yet loved by his people. Strength guided by honor. But something ancient stirs. And it is not afraid.
And is not afraid.
A hunter built for war. The king answers the challenge. Eyes in the darkness. The leopard watches. A beast forged by evolution's cruelty.
Faster than thunder.
The king stands unshaken. Impact shakes the earth. Power meets speed. The king bleeds. And rage awakens. The hunter never stops moving. Agility challenges dominance. First blood claim. The jungle becomes a battlefield as two kings refuse to yield. Speed cuts deep, but raw power answers with devastation. When the hunter strikes from above, the king answers with fury. This is no ordinary beast. It learns, it adapts. Round 1 ends in ruin, but the war for Skull Island has only begun. When the hunter targets the innocent, the king's wrath becomes unstoppable. No predator crosses this line without facing the king.
Speed meets strength in a clash that reshapes the island.
Even kings can fall. The battle for Skull Island has begun. And neither titan intends to surrender. Beneath a sky split by lightning, destiny calls the Titans back to war. Speed strikes like lightning, but the king answers with thunder. When the earth itself becomes a weapon, there is nowhere left to hide. The jungle breaks, the mountains fall, but neither Titan yields. The island burns beneath their fury, and this is only the beginning. Even the deadliest predator carries a flaw, and the king sees it. This is no retreat. It is a trap. The hunter's speed falters, and the king strikes with precision. Intelligence separates a ruler from a beast. The tide begins to turn, and the war for Skull Island enters its deadliest phase. When mankind fears what it cannot control, it chooses fire. In trying to stop monsters, they only feed the chaos. The king fights two wars at once. In the firestorm of man's interference, opportunity is born. Now the battle returns to what it has always been: king against predator. Even kings can bleed. The predator smells weakness. The predator smells weakness. Strategy over strength. The jungle chooses its champion. The throne stands empty. A king does not fall until the earth itself refuses him.
When all seems lost, the king remembers why he fights.
From the depths of pain, strength emerges. The predator learns, but so does the king. Every scar tells a story. Every strike reclaims honor. From the brink of defeat of the true king rises. The fallen king rises, and the hunter will pay. Intelligence meets instinct. The king calculates every blow. Every strike echoes with the fury of a king. The predator adapts, but the king evolves faster. The tide of battle turns, and the king will reclaim his throne.
Even the fiercest predator has a flaw. The king sees it.
Patience, power, strategy. The king prepares his strike. One strike can change destiny if it lands with kingly precision. The king adapts, the predator falters. With knowledge comes power, and the king claims the advantage. Primal rage awakens, the king rises with unstoppable force. Fury in mind. The predator strikes, but the king strikes harder. From blood and pain, a king's wrath is born. The king's second wind has arrived, and the battle will bend to his will. The predator falters, and the king's fury cannot be stopped. With every strike, the king asserts his dominion. The predator cannot withstand the king's relentless might. Every blow teaches, every strike dominates. The king is unstoppable. The tide has turned. The king now reigns supreme, and the predator's doom is near. In a world of fire and fury, two titans face the ultimate test of strength and survival. Against molten fury, only one can stand. Only one can rule. The king's might clashes with primal cunning, and the earth trembles beneath their fury.
One final clash, one last strike. Destiny hangs by a thread.
The ultimate confrontation ends, and the king of Skull Island stands victorious, triumphant and unbroken. The battle reaches its peak. Two titans unleash their full power. With every strike, the earth trembles. With every roar, the skies quake. The king's strength against the predator's cunning. Only one will dominate. No mercy, no surrender. Maximum fury, maximum strength. Kong asserts his dominion over Skull Island. The final clash begins. Only one will survive the fury of Titans. Power versus cunning, strength versus survival. The king will not yield. The predator's reign of terror ends here, on the edge of fire and stone. One last strike. The king reigns supreme, victorious over the ancient predator. The battle is over. Skull Island belongs to the last king. Kong stands unbroken, a legend reborn. After fire and fury, the
The king surveys the land he has defended, victorious, yet weary.
The predator is defeated, but the scars of battle remain, etched in every fiber of the king's being.
Even in victory, the king honors the strength of his adversaries, for they too shaped this legend.
With battle behind him, Kong returns, protector and king of Skull Island once more.
The king returns to those he protects, weary, wounded, but unbroken in spirit. Peace is restored, for now, Skull Island sleeps under the watchful gaze of its mighty king.
The king has endured, the island is safe, and his legend grows ever larger, a titan reborn from fire and fury.
Kong stands vigilant, protector of Skull Island, the last king of titans, stronger and wiser than ever before. The king endures, but legends ever truly rest, and new threats always loom beyond the horizon.